Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on my floating glitter pens, and I love these because they're super cute, easy to make. Um, it's my glitter is my favorite. So anything working with glitter, I'm down for it. So I actually will put the link in the bio of where you can find the pens that I'm going to be using today. I have a black base that I'm going to work on, and then a few silver bases that I'm going to be working on. First, I like to prep the surface, so I'm using 91% alcohol to wipe down the outside of the pen just to make sure that it's good and clean, because I will be using glue later on and I want to make sure it has a clean surface to adhere to. So I'll be making a custom orange mix for this pen so it can kind of give a flyers theme. So I'm using some freckles from Peachy Olive Glitters, and I'm also using Cinnamon Spice by So Glittery, and I'll make sure I include both of those links in my caption to make sure you know where to shop. Might I say, So Glittery glitter is like no other. I've never seen such depth in a glitter before, but until I got So Glittery. So yeah, now I'm gonna just add this into the lid really quickly. Okay, so right now I'm going to start adding my vegetable glycerin. I'll be using a 50 to 50 ratio with vegetable glycerin and then regular water. I got my vegetable glycerin from the Hobby Lobby, so I'll make sure I might can find a link for the online one, but if not, just check your local Hobby Lobby, or Amazon always works. So I put the mixture in a squeeze bottle that I got from Dollar Tree. It comes in a 2-pack, and that's just easier to be able to get it right in the pen top. And so now I'm going to give it a good shake. This process was a little bit different from mine because mine is usually already mixed. So trying it this way, I like the outcome, but it definitely was a little bit of a headache having to constantly shake it to make sure all of the glitter is coated with that mix. So I do it in increments to make sure that it's getting um, on all of it, because I noticed that when I put it all in there at one time, it's a little bit harder to shake it up. So every pen comes with their own rubber stopper and ring that goes around the pen. So I'm going to put that rubber stopper back in there and make sure it's down in there nice and tight so we get no leaks. And put the ring back on there. And I'm going to clean that surface one more time, only because my fingers have been touching it a lot. So I want to make sure, like I said, we have an oil-free surface to put that glue on. I will be using E6000 industrial strength glue to create a sealant from the pen to the base, because if you do not, it'll just slide off. It's not made to just fit in place. And don't worry, you can still access the ink department. You can just go through the bottom of the pen. So I just put a dab on the top, and I make sure I get a little bit around the rim so that I can take the base and kind of spin it to make sure it's covering all of the pen. So I'm just going to spin it as I push down on it. And at this moment, it's not dry yet. So from now on out, you want to be very careful when handling the pen so that they don't fall apart. So I'm just going to twirl it a little bit to make sure it's coated the whole base of the pen, and then just wipe the residue glue off with that same alcohol, and it comes right off. So remember, just be very careful from now on, because this pen is not dry yet, so it's not going to be stuck together. You're going to have to hold it together. So overall, I do like the process because of the way it turns out. It has a beautiful flow with it, and I like to keep my glitter moving at all times. I know some people use less glitter, but that one typically will sit at the bottom, and when you put your pen down, you don't really want to see just clear, right? So I like to fill it up, but it's definitely user preference. Whatever you prefer, everything looks beautiful no matter what. So your choice. So now I'm going to work on another one. This one has a silver base. Same thing. It has the rubber stopper and the metal ring. I'll be using a lavender color that I got from Candu's Crafts, so I'll make sure I put that link as well. As you see, I like to spread the wealth. I do not stick to one glitter because I don't know, I just love glitters. I love trying out different colors and supporting as much as I can. So I'm going to add this glitter to the pen base. This one is like a flaky glitter. It's not really a lot of shapes. It's a custom mix. So I'm trying to do it as slow as I can because it doesn't all just want to fall in there smoothly. So just take your time, especially when dealing with glitter, because you know it can fly everywhere. And we know how much of a pain that can be. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same steps, add my 50 to 50 water and glycerin mix into that base and give her a good shake to make sure it's coating all the glitter before I add more to it. Because remember, I like to do it in increments because it's easier to shake it that way. If you fill it all the way up on the first go round, you just have a harder time shaking it. So why not? Let's just work smarter, not harder. So if you see me stopping and looking at it, I just admire colors a lot. So that's literally why I'm spinning it and just looking at it because I'm in my mind I'm thinking yes. So again, we're gonna put that rubber stopper in there. Make sure you push it down good and tight to make sure that you have no leak going in there. And yes, that's what you want. You want a nice air bubble in there. Well, that's what I was going for, is that air bubble so that when you tilt it, you see it floating. So you want to clean your surface, make sure you get all the oils off before you apply your glue to get a good adherence. And I'm using E6000 industrial strength glue because it's just the strongest one I like to use. And anytime I'm not doing anything with coming in contact with your mouth, I like to use E6000. So don't use too much because then you'll just have a lot you have to clean up. Same thing, you just want to put a dab around the outside and then on the inside a little bit so you can spin it on your base and it'll stick for good. Put your ring back on there, then take your base and twist the top to the base to make sure that you're coating the whole inside of that pen. Then just go back and clean that residue up with the same 91% alcohol. It rubs right off. I just have to admire this really quick. This lavender is so pretty. I got this one from Candu's Crafts, and the best thing about her is she's local, so I can get my glitter fix whenever I need it. It's that bad. Okay, so we're going to move on to my next pen. The last two I'm going to do in this color. And this color is called Ursula from So Glittery. It's a chunky, fine mix, so I don't have to do my own mixing with this one. And it just sparkles. If you love purple and you love a royal purple, then this is the perfect color for you. So yeah, obviously I got a lot of customers that like purple, so I'm going to go with this for my last two. So you're going to repeat the same process, take it apart, and then you're going to add your glitter into the tops of the pens like so. And y'all don't mind me, I kind of made a little mess with this one. I think I must have been ready to get to the next part, so I started to rush just a little bit. So take your time and don't be like me. Because when I waste glitter, I don't know, it just hurts me so much. So if you're like me, take your time and you do not have to worry about wasting glitter. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same steps that I just did for the other pens. So from here, I'm just going to speed things up really quick so we can start putting on our decals. Alrighty, so now we are going to seal the last two pins the same way. So just dab it on there, y'all, not too much. Don't be wasting the glue. Make sure you put it on the rim and on the inside. That's how you get a good seal, and that also seals it. Just in case it was going to try to leak, it's not going to leak no more. So we're going to put it on the base. Remember, you want to spin it to make sure you coat the whole base of the pen, and then just wipe that residue off of the outside. If you're anything like me, I have such a hard time letting these go because, like I said, it's like these pens are freaking gorgeous. And if you're a pen lover, it writes so smooth as well. So just get that residue off of the pen base where you just applied the glue, and just make sure you're very careful while handling these, because when you put your decals on there, you're going to have to touch them a lot, and you just don't want them to fall apart. So here I'm just making sure that all of that glue has dried up, and I can just rub it off because the alcohol does something to it to make it just, I don't know, peel up on there. Okay, so now it's time for my favorite part, applying the names. I just think adding a name, it just makes it more personalized. I'm going to be using a decal that I cut out using my Cricut, and you just apply some transfer tape and transfer it over to your pen. So take your time with placement to make sure you get it at a good centered angle, and then just press down. I usually use my finger right here because that's good enough, but if you want to use your squeegee tool, you can use that as well. And remember, pull away slowly just in case anything that lifts with it, you'll be able to catch it. But yeah, I love these pens. They came out amazing. And this orange mix, let me tell you, I try to get a good lighting, but yeah, she glows. And that's really it. I let it dry in their plastic bags that they came in, just as a second layer of security to make sure that they don't move around and they dry right where I want them to dry. But overall, these pens came out gorgeous. If you're a pen lover or if you like stationery, this is perfect for you. They write super smooth and they're pretty as everything. The glitter choices are unlimited, and just to see it sparkle with that glycerin on top, thank you so much for watching. If you learned something new, make sure you like this video and also hit that bell and subscribe so you always get updates when I post new videos.